Good afternoon, guys. Afternoon. Hope all is well. It is 1600 hours at the moment. Good to be with you. Can everybody see me clearly? Still waiting for a few guys to get online. Whilst that's happening, let's go through our notifications here, guys. I see the rain has come, and obviously there's a bit of load shedding, so we might be less than usual here this afternoon. Good afternoon. All right, FSP, Quick Trade is a FSP, guys, licensed FSP 45262, and we are a licensed over-the-counter derivatives provider as well. I'm a registered rep, guys, as always, mentioning I'm working on a supervision, authorizes me to give a few recommendations, and we'll see this here this afternoon for our recap. Good afternoon. And then obviously, guys, capital for withdrawals there, Mondays to Fridays, that's at 1500 hours, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. That's our cutoffs there. You can do that via your client portal. Is everybody all right? Everybody okay? I'm ready to go. The guys will join us, the ones that need to. Is it raining on your side as well? Just let me know there. Also, guys, look at your phases in the market. When we get your phases, your accumulation phase, your breakout phase, and your movement phase. It's pouring right now. Same here. It's pouring by me, but it's nice, isn't it so? No rain in George. Raining and thundering with Jermaine. It's nice, right? Any story, man? Still a bit dry on your side there. Is it humid? Is it hot? Is it here by us? It's pouring, man. Yes, it's so refreshing. Open the front door yet, my place, and the wind is phenomenal. It's so nice and cool, yeah. So hopefully it visits you guys soon, any or what? When does the rain come there by you? It should have been there as well. Am I right? Is it just cloudy and cool, or should it be there as well? Hi, Palesa. Funny, you say it's overcast in Sasolburg. Jacobo with lightning and thunder. Yeah, man. Sometimes it's so nice. It always rains in Georgia. Oh wow! Like, are you saying like for most of the year it actually rains? Am I correct? For most of the year? Okay, wow, wonderful. I didn't know that. Right, that's brilliant, man. So you're looking for obviously still to come through, yes? Yep. Kyle says cloudy there. All right, we'll have to check in. There's a lot of guys that won't join us. It's obvious, guys. It's rain, load shedding, and so forth. We'll see it. Play these, see it cold a bit. All right, then if you obviously come to us and stream, if you're streaming on our channels on YouTube in Specificity, please enjoy the session. This is our recap. We're just going to have a look at what the price has done after we left this morning. We disconnected and we're back. We just want to see what has happened. All right. Give me one sec, guys. I'm just going to share my screen here, and I'll be going to the dollar index, which is what we're going to check out to see if there's any change. Yeah, unfortunately not. No change as yet with the dollar index. It's more or less at the same place that we left this morning. You can see it's consolidating at this moment in time, guys. This is something we did not want to see. We wanted to see a little bit more change. We wanted to see it at least push down, but you know, it did create a low. It pushed up, created a high, and obviously now it's in between the high and the low. And if it closes like this, which the probability is high, it will close like this, then that gives us another, place of uncertainty here, because then it means it's trapped in this specific range, which is between 112, all right, and 111. PMI was also lower than expected. But remember that PMI, all those economic releases, they do come on a monthly basis, so maybe this month, there might be more volatility with the PMI as an example, but maybe next month there won't be, or the month after that. So it also depends what kind of releases are coming after each other. So if you get a GDP release, you get a CPI release, you get a job report release. So those three there is already creating uncertainty in the market because you don't know which one the investors are going to look at. So it also creates a lot of consolidation. So in this specific case, you can see that price, or at least the dollar index from a point perspective, is still trapped between the 112 and the 111 area. And we would like to see it break either of those zones before we push. All right. If you're referring to a descending over here, if you're talking about that, it's possible. But we have to wait and see if it closes beneath that support before we push forward. All right. Let's go and check out what's happened there with the MT5, guys. We did go through a couple of securities this morning, and sadly to say, the Monday did start off slow. We didn't see much movement here. Don't forget, we have the economic calendar that I did mention this morning, that we have some more movement coming out. On Thursday, it's going to be hectic for the euro. Are we together? But at this point in time, you can see that that's the only information at this point in time, or at least the only releases. It was for the pound. Tomorrow, we only have the consumer confidence here. But then from Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, we're going to see possibly a whole lot more movement. All right. So please watch out for that. Tomorrow, it might be a bit slow as well. But from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we could possibly see a whole lot more movement. All right. Let's push over now. Let's go to the MT5. I hope you guys can see it. I hope you can see. And here we go. Here we go. And NASDAQ is the first one we're going to be checking out, guys. All right, here we go. NASDAQ from an hourly perspective, guys. But let's first look at the daily. Look at this, because the daily gives you the overall response today. We are still here. We haven't gone beneath, which points to a possible movement up. All right. So if you look at the hour here, we came down, and as we mentioned, a bounce. It did bounce up, but we're still hovering around the zone here, guys. We are still hovering around the zone here. Please, let's just be careful with the NASDAQ, as it's not showing us clear-cut direction. Going down from there to there might not be happening. All right, we might just push perhaps down till here as an example, and then we push up again. We're gonna have to wait and see. It's very, very tricky at this moment in time, but that's going into the detail now. You can see it at this point. It's just a lower high. All right, if you had to take all of this away here, you'll see, if you took all of these things away, you'll see this is just a lower high. Yes. So you see, this just becomes a lower high. And that's the problem. Are we together? You can't say we're going to push up because it is a lower high at this point. We needed to break the zone here before we can do anything. Would it be nice to long it up till there? Yes, but now it's going back into this. That's a problem. All right, the S&P 500. It's looking similar, guys. We are pushing down here on a shorter time frame, but don't get lost and don't, do not get trapped by this candle here, because you might just short it and then the opposite happens. Remember, all those candles getting shorter is a sign of what? All those candles is a sign of exhaustion. Here we see the exhaustion playing out now. So look at the daily here. There's no exhaustion here yet. We are at the resistance. That's the problem. We're at the resistance, and we haven't really pushed far away from that resistance yet. So please be careful with this. If I were you, I would be careful. All right, everybody clear? All right, there's no exhaustion here. Remember, what is exhaustion? Let me just show you, give you an example. Hold on, let me just give you an example. When you see candles doing this, you start seeing these candles smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Can you see that? And then generally what then happens is we normally see that happen. All right, now look at that compared to that. There's no exhaustion here. Can you see that? There's no exhaustion here. So please be careful of this. and not just to get in there. If you look at the Dow Jones, similar here, we've hit that zone there. Let me just show you. From an hourly perspective, we've hit the zone here. We demarcated that. But from a daily angle, guys, honestly, let's just be very careful here. What we essentially need is we need price to push above here. That's what we need, okay? I go back. Let me give you a zone. Hold on. All right, so here we go. Can you see that zone there? So essentially what we need is we need price to break above and close it, Teresa. Can you see that? Hey, Max, how's it? Look at this. We need the close above. How do I know? Look at that close there. You can see the close there. So you need that close above that 31261. It's only 12 minutes after 4. So anything can happen from now up until midnight. If you look at the hourly frame, we have pushed up, yes, but I said to you guys, be careful with these shorter time frames. It's not a stronger enough confirmation of follow through when you compare it to the daily. All right. For today, it is only out of 24 candles. Out of 24 candles for today, it's only 1, 2, 3 candles that have broken above. It's only 3 out of 24 so far. Are we together? Is everybody with me? You remember we're using 24 candles as a benchmark. So out of the 24, which means if you're going to take it from there to there, this must be 24 candles because it's an hourly frame. Every hour there's a candle. So there should be 24. So out of the 24, 1, 2, 3, well, it's not actually, but not even 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then if this one closes above it, will be 5. So which means out of 24, there's 5 as an example. It's not strong enough. Does that make sense? It's not strong enough because if the daily comes down, let's just say price does come down further like this. It simply means that the daily will close beneath that area there if price does that. All right, the daily will then close beneath, which is a signal for us to wait. Everybody clear? That's the Dow Jones. If we go to Brent, nothing has moved here. New Prime Minister Fani, but that is just during the interim. It's not solidified yet. Are we together? It's not on 100% yet. All right. Yes, there's some structure, there is some order, but it's always in the beginning of a matter where things are not certain. So people that come into power at the early stages of a restructure, it's either they're going to stick around for a long time or they're not going to stick around at all. There's no in between with that. Brent, here you can see, since we chatted about it this morning, nothing has happened here. Yes, we've had a wick, we've gone down, but we are still in the range if you look at it from a momentum perspective. All right, WTI, same here. If you are in any trade, the WTI, if you're in any trade with WTI, be very careful here because anything can happen at this point in time. Is everybody clear about what I just mentioned there? Monday, also just remember, I said to you guys this morning, it's Monday, guys. So we're not expecting miracles to happen on a Monday, all right? Is everybody with me? We're not expecting miracles. We said that we won't rush the process. If there is an opportunity, we'll take it. But generally speaking, on a Monday, most of the time, price normally formulates, and then only the Tuesday you start to see, or let's say around 9, 10 p.m., you start seeing movement, all right? And then you'll see from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, most of the time there's a lot of movement in the market. All right, so that is WTI Brent. Look at USD Swiss franc. So happy we're not taking any positions. We're not taking any positions. Look at this here. All right, we go up, we come down. If we take the USD CAD, see here, beautiful short to the downside. We spoke about it this morning, but look, that is our pivot point that we spoke about this morning. It has not crossed. It's not beneath it at all. All right, if you look at the 12-hour, look at the accuracy here. Can you see that? Look at the accuracy here, guys. So we're not touching this. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Look at that accuracy. It's so precise. All right, so we don't touch the USD CAD. Brent is also doing nothing. Here's the AUD USD. Henny, won't you say it's a bit disappointing? Look at this. Same here. Same here. Mpo. But disappointing, right? But more movement would have been good. Yes, but look at this. At the support, nothing to do here. NZD USD, same here. We weren't getting into the long. We said we wanted to cross that area first. We are pushing down at this moment, guys. Let us please make sure that when I give you guys these levels here for you to go and watch them and monitor them. That's the whole point. So far you can see everything we've analyzed this morning is panning out very nicely. It's not in our favor, but it is also in our favor in a sense because our analysis is working out that we were not taking a position. And it's good that we didn't because we would have been in big trouble if we took a long now. There are guys that would have taken a long here, I guarantee you. But at this point, we just leave it alone. All right. GBP USD, you can see as well. Nothing here. If I switch to our frame, this is where we were this morning, around this zone here. Price has gone down about 67 pips for the day. Well, since we left this morning, this is the only movement it's made, and that's a problem. That's a problem, all right? If we go to Euro USD, bear in mind, I said to you the Euro might get volatility on Thursday. If we go to Euro USD, oh, nothing here either. Look at that. We needed to break above 98. We're not even close. We actually pushed down. Since we left this morning, hold on. So we were roughly around here this morning. We pushed down, down. About 35 pips when we pushed up again. Nothing here. Look at the rejection there. Is everybody clear with the Euro? Please be careful here, all right? And then USD JPY, there was a very big retracement. We're still there. Pretty disappointing. Look at the 1 hour. We are still in the same range of this morning here, guys. No volatility. Are we together? No movement here. Consolidating. It's the start of the week, like I mentioned to you. All right, look at gold. It's coming down, but it's not convincing enough. Look at that. If we get a daily frame beneath 1650, there might be a trade. Will you please write this down, guys? This might happen later on. Please write that down. I'm not so sure that Shira. Is the guys hearing me? I'm not so sure. Is the rest of the guys hearing me? All right, Henny's fine. Shira, check your side there. Fine, he's hearing me there. Shira, just check it. Osborne is fine. All right, so guys, please write this down for me. Voila. You got the max. Sorry, man. Kulu's loud and clear. All right, so please write down gold here, guys. 1614 as an exit. We're still looking at it. 1614. Then write down for me 1643. 1643. Please write down 1643. Everybody with me there, guys? 1643 as a possible entry there, and then exit there at 1614. If you have that, just give me a yes, please. I'd really appreciate that. There we go. Any Teresa, boy, you got it. What about the rest of the guys? Neo's got it. Beautiful, Andile. Thanks, guys. Beautiful. This is nice. All right, so one more time. 1643. Exit there, 1614. It's in alignment with our levels. All right, let's go to CAD CHF. CAD CHF, CAD CHF. Look at this. Can you guys see this? There's an emergency exit here. If you're in this long, emergency exit. Please write this down, 0.72576. 0.72576. If price on a daily frame closes beneath this area here, we get out and we pause. Exactly, Shira. You see, that's the thing. It was behaving nicely. I totally agree with you. So here we don't have a stop loss per se. Here we have an emergency exit, meaning we're giving it 24 hours. Are we together? A window there. If a daily body closes beneath 72576, we get out. Is everybody clear? Seems to be negatively correlating. Remember, everything is not 100%. And I think you actually brought that up maybe a week or two ago, Shira, that the fundamentals are not panning out 100%. Now you can see it happening here. All right. So 72576, emergency exit. If a daily frame closes beneath there, the probability is higher that the momentum is then going down further, and that we do not want to get into that. We don't want to be in there. So we just exit rather. Everybody clear with that, guys? Everybody clear? All righty then. Very disappointing here today. My word. Really thought that we'd see a bit of momentum after this morning, but it's just not working out that way. Let's go to AUD-JPY. AUD-JPY, also pretty disappointing. Also pretty disappointing here, just accumulating at this point in time. Nothing for us to do here. We needed to obviously break the zones here first before we do anything. At this point, we're just traveling in between that, those zones. All right. It's almost, actually, that's almost just on my stop loss. There we go. So AUD-JPY, we also leave that one alone. Let's go to GBP-CAD. GBP-CAD from a daily angle, guys. I said to you guys, you see this zone? We're now consolidating. Hold on, I'll show you now. See this area here? Same is happening here now. We're consolidating, so we can either push up there or push down. I do think we're going to push a little bit up. Because remember here, guys, this here was a resistance. Everybody clear? This was a resistance, breakout, cycle 1, cycle 2. So we're still on cycle 2 here. Any? You see that? Mpo? So that was a resistance, cycle 1, cycle 2, and so we're looking for cycle 3. Are we together? Cycle 3 could roughly be around that zone over there. Can you guys see that? And what's very interesting about this, though, look at this candle here. Can you see that wick? Came very close to that zone there. Look how close it came to that area there. All right, so here, let's just park it. Let's see what happens, but we're waiting for cycle 3. Let's go to GBP AUD. We did that this morning. We did that this morning here. And we said there's an area of rejection here. Now, for us to take it up completely, we said, for us to take it up, we would need it to close above that area there. You can clearly see the rejection zone. Remember that, guys, I showed you on the daily frame, where's the rejection zone? From there, this entire area here. That's a rejection zone. Is everybody clear? That's a rejection zone. Let me show it to you another way. That is a rejection zone. All right. So you can see price has gone up. It's gone up into the area rejection. It's coming back down again. And that was my whole point about shaving the wicks. Is everybody clear? That was my whole point about shaving the wicks, that if you get into the rejection zone, which is here, look how price comes down, you would have been in trouble. So let's just take, for instance, if we go to the hour. Now, this morning when we were together, It was roughly around here. Look at this. Now, Henny, this is a prime example of why it's so important. Shira, this area here, if I go to a 30-minute chart, let's just go to a 30-minute chart just to break it down a little bit more. All right. Now look at the zone here. This is where we were at here. We came into the trading room 9:30, 10 a.m. Can you see it? In between the zone here. You would have, if I said to you guys, let's buy after closing above here. Do you see the problem here now? You see the problem? Imagine we bought it here, Teresa. Fanny, Jacob, Googs, Palesa. Imagine we bought it here now. So let me just show you. So if we bought here, all right, price has now come back to this zone here. This is a problem. That's why I said to you, be careful if you're trading on shorter time frames, because it was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles on the on a 30-minute chart that is positively above that area of resistance or rejection zone. So that's why it's so important to, even if you go to the hour, 1, 2, 3 candles above. This is a problem here for us. So please do not get yourself into any challenges here. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for the daily to see where it closes, and then we take it on. Is everybody 100 there? Wow. From here, that's a very nice short. That's a very nice short, guys. And even if you took the short just to this area here, in between here. Wow. Let's quickly do this. This would be a nice, very nice short here. In between. Can you see that? So if you cut this in half. Let's cut this in half. And let's go to a shorter time frame now. Look. Let me make this red. Nope, 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 nope. Not gonna work. It's better. All right. Can you guys see this? Look at that level there. So from here to here is 179 pips. That is brilliant. You in the short here, Petro? Okay, brilliant. Let me try the green. Just hold on. Let me just see if the green works. Okay, that's better. 1.75435. Guys, please write this down. Beneath 1.77225. Beneath 1.77225. Then we take it to 1.75. Or if we go below 1.77225, your first exit there, 1.75435. That's the first exit. Is everybody clear? If it dips below 1.77225, the exit is 1.75435. Everybody with me? Everybody with me here? At 4 p.m. Yeah. 4 p.m. All right. Second exit there. Second exit. 1.73687. 1.73687, that's if price continues to go down. We will be in alignment with it. We are on par with it. 1.73687. Everybody clear? You got it? $1.73687, and that's it. And then obviously this is moving up, but that's not relevant right now. It will be relevant when we proceed up. For now, we are ready either way. Even if we're going up or we're going down, we're ready. Is everybody clear? Whether we're going up or going down, we are ready with our levels. All right. CHF-JPY. Let's start here. What I want to do is, like I said, I'll be starting with a few fresh charts from a monthly perspective. You guys can see it. Why am I contracting it? I'm just trying to show you, all right, the movement of it. Look at that's the movement. Everybody clear? That's the movement here now of the entire CHF-JPY. Just give it a bit of time. Just a couple of seconds. So from what you can already see, just by observing this area here and observing that area there, you can see that we were, you know, on a horizontal slope, and then we pushed up a little bit. Can you see it? And for that to happen, we had to push through certain levels. So we had to break that zone there, and we had to break the zone here. And we did break it. We are now above it. Can you guys see that? This zone here was broken as well. You can see it. Those were highs. Is everybody clear? Can I just pause there? I'm trying to show you overall movement first here before we go into the detail. All right. You can see here we've broken. So tell me, are we bearish or bullish here? Are we bearish or are we bullish? Please pay attention to where price is. We are bullish here. Exactly. We are bullish, isn't it so? We also went through this area here. There. So you can clearly see where price is. We are above all of it. So if you zoom in now, look at this. If you zoom in, there are more green candles here. Can you guys see that? There's more green candles here. So now, let's go and do our pivot points. This is one here. And I want you to pay attention to what has happened there. Look how price went to find that high. Can you guys see how price went to find that high? Sat there, tested it, right? So that's important. Here's the next one. All right, can you guys see this? So out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the next one for you to come and find is here. Can you guys see that? That's the next one. That's the next one. So now let's drop down. Now we have our range. This is where price is right now. Guys, that's a lot of buyers in there. Can you guys see this? So we are not going to wait for price to come from there all the way down. That is too far down. Does it make sense, everybody? We're not going to short it to that. That's over 2,000 pips. We're not interested in that. So we have to drop down, isn't it so? So we go to the daily. Let's make it relevant. Aha. Now, we're only dealing with this area here. So look at this now. There. Here. There. 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 And here. So out of these six, this is the most relevant one. Does that make sense? Everybody clear? After that one, it's this one here, which you can see corresponds there. Guys, I want you to note the accuracy of these levels. Please note the accuracy. So if you now drop down and even lower now we're going to drop down even lower. Let's go to the hour just to see. Look at that. All right, so that would be a TP 145, right? Right? Am I right or wrong? But let's do something here. Let's cut this in half now. Let's cut this in half. We are literally at 50% now. So from this angle, anything can happen. Is everybody clear? If we draw our little zone, all right, anything can happen from here now. Is everybody clear? I see some downside here. Look at this. So essentially, can you guys see? Some guys would have taken this trade here, just from there to there. Is everybody clear there, guys? But what we would like is we would like to take it down from there essentially to there. You clear? Now, guys, I can even break this down even further. I can break this down even further. May I? May I break this down further? If you take that zone there and you take it to that zone there, that becomes a better target. So essentially from there to there, for the guys that are scalping, does that make sense, everyone? For the guys that are scalping, they're going to take it from there to there. Is everybody clear? That are looking for shorter movements. The guys that are not looking for shorter movements, that will wait for it to go to there. Those are two different trades. I don't think you guys can see the blue. Let me make it a different color. You guys see that? So please write this down if you are interested. From a daily perspective, guys, from a daily perspective, please remember this one here. That's the 50% between there and there. So if I take this off, this is essentially the range that we are working with. We would essentially want to take it down to 145. So please write it down for me, 145.698. You can go and you can do the halfway mark roughly around there. But essentially the exit that's going to be key for us is the first little block there, 145.698. That's the exit, 145.698. 145.698. Everybody with me? All right. Can I move on? Is it only Teresa, Palesa, and Kulu that has it? What about the rest of the guys? What about the rest of the guys? Do they have it? All right. EuroCAD. I'm not sure what we were looking for here. Let's start fresh over here with this one. We're looking for a long here, man. See Osborne. Tebo, what level should be broken? 148.457. Have a good one, Osborne. 148.457. No, Vuya, that's for a short. That's for a short. All right. And then EuroCAD. The same logic applies here. You're welcome, Tebo. What we've now done is can you guys see the zone here? This area here? We've bounced off that area. So the next The next area there, guys, this is a piece of cake if you just pay attention to what I'm doing here, right? So the next block that's closest, we're currently at this block. So it's between this one here and this one here. 140, 138, right there. Can you guys see that? 138. So if you drop down, oh, how doable is that, Teresa? Look at that. I mean, look at that. It's like, Henny, I mean, are we together? I use the period separator here, Warren. The period separator. Why? December 1 is the end of a year. Control Y. Jacobo, it's the end of the year. All right, so this looks very, very nice. Look at this. But what's the problem here? The problem is it's all of this here. Ah, no, man. This is a problem. Do you see that? Because on the left-hand side, this now happens. You see that? Why are you struggling to multiply that? Insert, shapes, rectangle, there you draw it. Insert, there you draw it. What do you mean you're struggling to multiply? Are you referring to this? That's just Control Y. You're just making a copy. It's just control and click. That's what so why is it a struggle there? Talk to me, Tabs. It's not a struggle. It's just a button. Control, click. That's it. Are we together? Going 3D. Okay, but are you referring? Okay, so you see, this is the thing. Are you struggling to fill or to multiply? Which one is it? Is it filling or is it multiplying? Where's the struggle? Because if you are struggling to fill it, it's not a struggle. It's just a click of a button. Parameters, fill. Are we together? There, properties, fill. And okay, there we go. Are we together? A struggle is poverty. That's struggle. That's a struggle. That's a proper struggle. Are we together? That's just a click of a button. Tabs. Poverty is a struggle, man. People struggle. Load shedding is a struggle. Eskom. That's a proper struggle. Are we together? This is a click of a button. All right, my good friend. Can we move? Can we move? I know we can move. You guys are, come on, let's move. Euro, JPY, let's push. Let's push. We're looking at a few things, even although the market is slow, even though the market, all right, is not giving us what we want. We're still putting some work in, isn't it so, guys? We're still putting some work in just in case, because you never know when it can change. So if tomorrow it changes, guess what? We have our levels and we're trading, isn't it so? So let's do Euro JPY. Let's see what's happening on this one here. Tebo doesn't experience load shedding. Hey man, you know, every nation has its issues, eh? Every country has its struggles. I think poverty is in all nations, yeah? Poverty is in all nations. So at this point in time, guys, what's very important here, look at this here. We're currently at that area there. Warren, here's your answer, my friend. There, look at this. All right. Tabs, then you must be from, you must be related to maybe politics, or there must be an area or something there. It's not because if you're not experiencing load shedding, we want to know why. You're telling everybody you're not, tell us why. Are you close to a hospital? Are you, what's happened? White River, my word. Also, they don't put White River off. Yes, they want to put us off here in Gauteng. Out of ignorance, where is White River? Question, out of ignorance, out of ignorance. Warren, I see it there, my friend. Look at that, 145.150. So the next area now, Mr. W, look at this, there. You see that little one there, there? There we go. Mpumalanga, hey. All right, okay, that's so nice. Thanks for letting me know there, Tabs. Now, guys, what's important about this one here, if you move back, look. You see why this is not a problem. We are way above there already. Can you see it? Can you see this? We're way above that specific area there. So, Vuyo, the importance of the level over there, it was broken. Oh, well, it's still being broken monthly. So the momentum is driving up. So now it's become a support. If you go to the shorter time frames, it's a support now. So monthly, it was a resistance. All right, there. Vuyo, it was broken. Are we together? But now on the shorter time frames, it is the area of support. So if it keeps on rejecting there successfully, 151 is our zone. 151, we went back. All right, on the, sorry, apologies. We found it here, there, 151. It was the low there. All right, so we found the low. Are we together? We are breaking that high, so we're in between there now. So if you switch down, no, not through support and resistance, through where price reacted, because there's too many. See, you can't label it so so plainly like that, saying it's just through support and resistance. There's so many support and resistance levels. Are we together? Look at all of these levels here. You can't say it's analyzing through. Look at this. So which ones are you? Which ones are you using? We're not, it's too much. Does that make sense? So you can't say we just use simple support and resistance. We can't, because there's too many. So which ones is valid here? You can't see it, absolutely, because this one is not valid anymore. This is not valid anymore. That's not valid anymore. This is not valid. That's not valid. This is the only one that's valid. This is the one that's valid. All right, so where did we find it? Let's go back. I'm going back again. Went to the monthly. We found it there, which was a resistance. It's now a support. That's where I found it. 145, I found it there. We are above it. Look where price is. So if you drop to a daily, you can see it's broken above it. 151, we found over here. 2007, that's the next, that's the nearest resistance, the nearest high. So now what we're looking for essentially is what happens in between. All right, Therese, no problem. So what happens in between? Guys, look at that. Look at the accuracy there. So close. Can you guys see this? Is everybody clear here, guys? So at this point in time, we've reached the 50, but what we essentially want, we want to take it from there to there. So please write this down, guys. 148.447. 148.447. If we get a daily close above there, we can long it up to this zone here. Is everybody clear with that? It's a pity the markets are not giving us what we would like. Everybody clear there? Did you guys write this down? Please let me know if you did. And then I want to point out something here. Then I want to point out something now. If we don't go up and we reject, now let's look at the blocks. That one is pretty close. This one is still close here. This one is close here. That one is close there. All right. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, which is close, not this one, it will be, do you see this one here? There. Because that one's low is at the bottom. That one is no, because you can see it's low on there. So what we essentially want now, look at this. If we don't go up, look at this, guys, 145.150. 145.150. So that would be the zone. Right there. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see this? Contra got similar levels, so you happy? Beautiful. Write that down, 137.464. 137.464. Sorry, 137, guys. I hope I got that right. I said that right. 137.464. That's if we continue to come down at this point in time. At this point in time, we are still hanging in between. All right. No, it's not a change in direction. It's just what did price do at that level? Did it push up? Did it push down? Are we together? Did the price push up? Did it push down? So if I go to GBP CAD as an example, right? And I go to, no, hold on. Let me go to this one here. So it's simple, really. Can you see this here, Vuyo? Look at this, my friend. See at that area, what did price do? Price push down. Can you see that? Look at this area here. What did price do there? It pushed down. Can you see that? Oh, come on, man. Can you see that? Push down. Does that make sense? What did price do here? It pushed down. You see that? So it's what does price do at that level? How does it react? So you can clearly see if this area here is a very strong area of rejection. Do you see that? And what happens here? Look at that area and look at the zone here. Once again, from there to that area there, look, price pushed down again. Can you see this here? So you can see after it pushes down below there, it's down. I'll say it again. After that support is done, we push down, right? Now, look at price here. It was hovering at that area there. The moment it broke below, it went down further. Where did it go? Look at that. Down to that block there. So connect the dots. They said connected dots wouldn't teach you anything. It's good. It's definitely good. Look at that. There's a dot there. There's a dot here. There's a dot. So connect them. Can you guys see that? Everybody clear? All right. One more look at the dollar here, guys. Then we'll call it. We're still there. Very big chance we could push down here. If we push down here, ladies and gentlemen, it simply means then we will not look at long the dollar for now. We look at shorting it. All right. So let's see how it pushes tonight. Let's see how it closes and pick it up in the morning. Everybody clear? We pick it up in the morning and we see how the dollar has moved. All right. I'll see you guys in the morning at 9:30. See you there. Any Mpo, Jacob, see you. Tabs, Kulu, Pani, see you. Shira, Palesa, Pretty, Mr. Zulu, see you. Komalemo, Nompanelo, Matume. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow.